we're just gonna sit here awkwardly and wait till I start. But in the meantime, watch these fun dumb clips. See you soon.
You see that tree over there? Look at it. It's freaking raving out. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. I won't bother you. My bad, Chief. Yes! We caught our first shiny.
Nice shot. Chipping. Nice birdie. We're just the start of her career. She's made them her entire career.
You got it. She's been responsible for shutting down every shady Maggia joint in town for a decade. It's pretty amazing to see, actually.
That's Yuri, all right.
Lord have mercy.
Hold on to me.
And we're here. There's guys here. There's three dudes. And we're sitting
We're
in
missing
different
one.
chairs in different places. We are missing one because somebody decided ice cream's better than anything else. That's a decision.
Ice cream was an option.
I guess if your name's Ewan, wasn't get an option for me. I wasn't offered any ice cream. Were you offered any ice cream?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
You were offered ice cream?
Well, offered to buy ice cream with my money for someone else.
Oh, I mean, that's not cool.
I was offered ice cream after lunch.
Today?
Yes.
Alright, we're ending the podcast. I'm going to go there to fight guy with 2 healing broken arms.
I will win.
And break his arms again.
I will win. I support the Second Amendment.
Oh, he's just gonna shoot.
Bop, bop. Anyway, yeah, we're here. There's just the three of us today, so it's gonna be a little interesting, but that's fine. I guess we can kick it off with kind of like the newses stuff, and then we'll get into the meat potatoes later. So, as we all know, there's a system that comes out in like 5 weeks. It's a little system. It's kind of small, not a big deal. Our favorite company, big old Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not gonna have enough Switches for everybody. Which
course
is
not.
scary.
But they're estimating the launch to be like the largest launch of any console
Which is
ever.
absolutely nuts. Like,
So like they made an ample amount of them, and the demand was still more.
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy. I feel like, the past 5 years, I mean, gaming was kind of, gaming's always been kind of big, but I feel like the past like 5 years, gaming's got even larger than what it was. You know?
It was, COVID and Animal Crossing. They did
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the presidential campaign on that game.
Literally. Dude, I just can't believe, like, because there's a lot. There was like, I think they made like what, 22 some odd million, something like that.
I think so.
It's still not enough.
They needed 23.
What's crazy, at least a lot of people don't buy the system like at launch. From like my experience, like I've only ever gotten 2 systems at launch, like launch day. I got the Switch, and I got a PS5 launch day. Everything else I've either gotten in that year or the following years.
I got the Switch and the 3DS XL, the new one, just because there was a trade-in when it launched for like my 2DS, made it like half off or something like that.
That's not bad.
And then
I think
Switch
I've
2.
ever-
Yep.
Oh, and Steam Deck. Technically, got that as soon as it launched. Availability.
Well, that same, but no. Like, you want to
Close
talk about that
enough. It
real
was
fast?
within its first window.
How we literally pre-ordered them. What, like,
It was a
hours?
year. We waited a year.
Yeah, but like you and I, it was like what, maybe an hour or two difference,
Mhm.
and I got mine a month later than you did.
Yeah,
It's stupid.
I agree. But you chose a different model too, so.
I did. I got the mid tier, but that's still crazy.
And I went all the way.
Like a month difference, just for a couple, like an hour. I mean, I get it, because they were like, I think that at that point they were just made to order.
Probably because they've only sold like 4 million units.
But yeah, it's still pretty small. I mean, I think
Which
that,
Valve says is successful, but
I mean, in their eyes, it probably is, because like, I mean, it was pretty much just a like, let's try this ordeal, and Valve really doesn't support anything like this normally. They only build something and then they're like, I'm tired of it. AKA the Steam Link, the Steam controller. What about you, Jonah? You get anything like close to launch?
I think the only thing that I would consider that I got close to launch would probably be my Xbox One, and not my Series S. I mean, like my old Xbox One.
I mean, you just order something that's kind of close to launch.
I think I don't remember when I got it. I think I got it for Christmas, so it wasn't technically on launch, but it was like the same year it came out.
Well, you
I think
just
that's-
ordered something that was close. That you just launched like what, a couple months ago? What we talked
Is
about
it
for the podcast?
Oh, right. I got a 5070 coming in tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh.
So
that's it. Launched like a couple months ago, like not even a couple months ago, like recently.
yeah, my 3060's kind of showing its wear. So
It do that. It do that.
Oblivion is one of the bigger games that it doesn't perform on because it chugs.
That's Unreal Engine 5's fault. Like
But also
from
the
what
graphics
because
card
I
is
made
5 years
Oblivion
old.
work on the Steam Deck.
Hmm.
It took some tinkering. Like I had to get a mod that actually changed the game's code
Hmm.
to force it to function without dropping to like 20 FPS. Just it's like when I was in the tutorial, worked fine, no issues.
Yeah.
Walked outside, it was like I'm gonna explode.
I walk outside. It took 2 minutes to load outside.
Brother.
Maybe I'm slightly exaggerating, but it was like a minute, maybe more.
Eesh. Eesh.
So
What processor do you have?
I have an i5.
I
Honestly, the game
2060.
engine mod probably would have made Oblivion work for years too.
I think I got something like that because I asked a buddy of mine last night about that, and he sent me an INI file. So
Yeah, it's basically getting rid of the forced lumen ray tracing that Unreal Engine 5 is using, which is what's causing the majority of the performance issues in Oblivion.
it would probably work, but either way, I'd still probably. It's not a terrible investment getting a new graphics card.
Oh no.
Especially like since
Because
you
Set
know
yourself
graphics
up for the
cards are gonna be
future.
It'll future-proof my PC for about 7 years. So
Yeah. Idealistically.
as long as I'm nice to it.
And then what else? Have you, Nathan? You've been keeping up on the Nintendo Today app,
No.
dude. As much as I appreciate the app, it's so boring.
Like it doesn't really give like I just turned it on.
It's really, it's really boring. They're like,
What's the point of it?
oh, it's like their version of just having their own news app, like their own dedicated news.
It's like, hey, here's some topics.
Yeah, and they're like, here's an image, and like of like I think yesterday or today was the cartridge, and it's like a 3D render of the cartridge you could just spin around, and like it was like 2 or 3 days ago, it was like the Mario Kart wheel. It was like here's with it without the Joy-Con, here's with it with the Joy-Con, and it was 2 separate days, one without and one with.
They're really scraping for news, aren't they?
I feel like they really are scraping the bottom. like you guys like really
They're
pimp this out and shit.
scraping hard for news.
And like there was like one day it was like, here's the Joy-Con straps. We're gonna show you the individual images of the straps. That's the news today. I'm like, dude, like
Someone on the board was like, we should make our own news app. And they're like, that's a great idea.
yeah.
Oh
great.
wait, we don't have any news to report.
Like, it's kind of hard only reporting on one brand.
Yes. It's like I was like, dear God, like this is rough. I mean, it's cool. I like the app. I like the idea of it, but it's just like,
I like that the app tells me when new music is added to the other app.
or when games on NSO comes out. I like that.
Yeah,
too.
like they're doing 2 of the Star Wars games are in the game trial right now.
Yep, I have both of them, so I'm like,
You can get 100 silver coins just to turn them on.
yeah, and they're gonna get rid of those coins stuff here soon.
Not the platinum coins; those are what you buy the icons with.
Yeah, but the gold coins, man. I wonder, are they gonna replace anything with it? Or are they just like?
I mean,
nah.
they might because they had something for the 3DS and that eventually went away. So
Yeah, it's just dumb. It's like, why you gotta do this to me?
because they don't want coins anymore, they're gonna do stars.
Dude,
Gold
if that's
stars.
the case, I'm gonna be so annoyed. You guys are stupid. I'll get really mad.
There was a state of play today
Oh, was there? I didn't know there was.
for Borderlands 4. That's it. That's all they showed off.
You know, I was slightly intrigued, and then once you said Borderlands 4, I felt every muscle in my face fall.
Dude, I wish,
'Cause, like-
in a way, I kind of wish I cared about that franchise. I don't care at
It's
all.
fun in co-op,
I'm sure.
but
I've only played that
playing
game
by
solo.
yourself, it is not like
That game
the humor is just not
sucks.
enough.
By yourself. I played it. I played the remake of 1 by myself. for about a total of a half an hour, and I said, "This crap's for the birds. This sucks."
Yeah, like when I played solo, I was like, I don't know, man. It's okay. But then when I
Sometimes the
played co-op, like I played like 12 hours straight co-op because it's just a lot more fun when you're screwing everything up with someone else.
That's how
Yeah.
I feel about Halo. Like
Yeah.
playing Halo campaign, like the only way I can play it now is like with a bunch of mods by myself.
Making
Like-
it more like making it something it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wish that they put more effort into the campaign servers of Master Chief Collection, because for some reason, if you ever do co-op on PC, specifically PC, there's input lag,
Yeah, it
heavy
sucks.
input lag.
I think it also depends on the connection. Quite a bit. I think it's because like one person's hosting is going off that person's connection.
Because I'm pretty sure the host doesn't have the issue, but I don't remember.
I think I had a little bit of an issue when we did it. I think.
Yeah.
But even then, like it's running off. I'm running it locally. You'd be connecting to my connection.
Yeah.
Ordeal. And at the time, I was running kind of a crappy system because I was running off my old router before I got my current stuff.
You know, I still want to try one of us on Xbox, the other on computer.
I mean, we can.
Because I want to see how that works. Because I know it's crossplay that way. At least I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it is.
I'd have to play on PC because my Xbox is gone.
Yep. I don't have.
Do you?
Now lives
Oh
with
yeah, no.
GameStop.
Halo 3 is 3-player. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have MCC on Xbox
Mm.
digital.
Could
'cause I have a
you?
Series S. I have it on PC. I also don't have Xbox.
Uh,
I mean,
don't
it's,
know
it's
if I
on
have it
sale
installed
for
on my
$10
Xbox.
too on PC.
Yeah. I mean, I have it.
On
I have it on
Steam.
PC.
Multiplayer. If you're doing just like custom games, like just multiplayer, that
Oh, yeah,
runs
it's fine.
great.
Yeah,
That
there's no
runs
issue.
fine. It's the campaign specifically.
Yep. I don't know why it's so.
Well, they planned on doing more. Like it was supposed to be like an episodic campaign, and then they're like, eh. Like they
For-
dropped the ball. Like with Infinite, they dropped the ball with the multiplayer and the
Mhm.
story.
Halo.
Like it was
Infinite's
supposed to have
multiplayer
so
is
much more, and
fun.
it didn't.
Like it feels good. The multiplayer for Infinite feels like a Halo game. It's just like there's no
Mhm.
content. Infinite just is a flop. Like I'm disappointed in it.
Yeah.
The campaign was very like it sucked. I'm not.
They
gonna lie.
need to go back to Bungie's style of Halo.
I
Like-
honestly, I know Bungie probably doesn't want to be acquired anymore. Because aren't they?
Well, and Sony would have to sell them too,
Yeah.
and they're not going to sell them to Microsoft.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I don't know if it's the right number. If it's the right number, they might just be like, take it. Because honestly, Bungie's been nothing but a flop for Sony. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I know, like the last.
Well, they only
Destiny's-
hired them to teach them how to do live service games. That's the reason why they bought them.
Mm.
And they had a record-breaking live service game shut down
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Dude, I still think it's crazy. People are still selling copies of that game.
And to do nothing.
Yeah, it's like it's just to sit there. I still think it's funny. Concord still lives on in the secret level show.
Hmm.
There's a whole episode of Concord.
Yeah, they
I
thought
didn't
the
watch it.
lore was rich enough to give it a whole episode before anyone knew what the game was about.
Yeah, I'm like, how are you gonna do this?
They thought the game was going to be successful enough.
Like it's the next Overwatch. It's like Overwatch is kind of dead too.
Overwatch is already kind of not. I mean, people still play it. I'm
Yeah.
one of them, but
You can thank Rivals for that though.
Well, and it's
Overwatch
just
is
the
already
issue.
dying.
Like, there's too many games like Overwatch, like
So
too many
hero
games that are
shooters.
like Fortnite.
Hmm.
And when one of them succeeds, like everyone just kind of sticks to that one.
Yep. Until a new one.
Like they
comes out.
might experiment with the others for a minute, but they always just kind of fall back into the old one.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Like the same with like Multiverses. Like it had a chance.
I liked when Multiverses first came out. I had a good time with it.
And then they shut it down, and that killed it right there. That was the death. Like they basically buried it.
Oh yeah. It It was stupid. Why they did that? It's like, you guys are dumb for doing that, and then they killed it. And then there's so many free to play battle royale games. There's too many of them. The market's oversaturated.
Yep.
Speaking of oversaturation in bad games, Marathon. People say it's dog water. Some people I've seen play it, like I've heard play it, think it's decent. A lot of people are crapping on the art style because, you know, people who play shooters are like, the graphics and the graphics aren't great, so I'm not gonna play it. I'm gonna play Call of Duty every year.
If you want a game with great graphics, go play Battlefield 1.
But I'm surprised those servers are still up, not gonna lie.
I'm not. It's the most played Battlefield currently, other than
Yeah.
2042.
But, you know, EA is Garbo.
And yet they made the masterpiece that is Battlefield 1.
And Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
lost
you
my
know,
lens cap.
They, I think EA just hates themselves, and they hate Titanfall, even though Titanfall is pretty solid.
Titanfall was a
I
great
feel
game.
like
It just
Titanfall
got
was
released
probably-
at the wrong time.
It was released at the wrong
I
time.
feel like Titanfall was probably the biggest thing that could compete with Call of Duty because Halo kind of started falling away when Bungie left.
Yeah.
Like when 343 took over, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
No.
And it was like, okay, and then you had Titanfall, and Titanfall was really good. And then Titanfall 2 improved on that and added a story mode, and that was good. And then everything since has just been nothing.
Pretty much.
Well, they've released Titanfall 2. EA, mind you, released Titanfall 2 in between Infinite War, what? Infinity War?
Infinite Warfare.
Some Infinite Warfare and Battlefield 1, which is an EA title. So they just set Titanfall 2 up for failure, and I
Yeah.
don't understand why.
Because EA's dumb. Like, I really
They got
want EA
deadlines
just to
for
work.
investors, and they
Like, that's all they care
Grew
about. I
up.
mean, to be fair, that's what all companies care about. But I really wish EA would just stop. Like, EA
that's
just-
one thing I think like Nintendo does a little better than others. They don't really push for their deadlines because they make their own games
Yeah.
most of the time. Like all their first parties aren't extra studios, and like they're of the mindset like if it ain't ready to go out, it ain't going out.
And thankfully they
And then you
did
got
that 'cause
Pokemon
Prime-
Company, who's like, we're not listening to you, Nintendo.
Yeah, we don't care. We're just gonna pump out whatever.
We
the
have
fuck we do.
deadlines. I mean, we've got toys, cards, anime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we can pump out the most garbage game ever, and it will sell millions because Pokemon.
Yep, and now like the patch that will fix Pokemon is the Switch 2.
Yeah. Sadly. Oh, you want the patch for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? $450, please.
I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see if it
I
actually
will try
works.
it. I will try it again.
I'm gonna load it up. I'm gonna load like Scarlet on my OG Switch and then Violet on my the Switch 2. I'm gonna go to an area that is known to be bad and chug, and I'm gonna see if it actually made a difference.
So, I'll tell you, just go anywhere. Just boot up
Yeah.
the game.
Get away from your house and then see what
Yeah.
happens.
Literally just. Gosh.
I'm just looking at these like stills of Marathon. I'm like, I don't know, man.
It looks
Like it's
weird.
definitely an art style, but like
It's definitely unique. I will say that the art style is unique.
it looks dated already.
I mean, they've been working on it for quite some time. I'm not gonna lie. They've been working for the past like.
And did was it really a popular series back when it was out originally on PC?
Yeah. It has a really Well, I would say not super popular, but it's like it had a cult following, and it still does.
Because I never heard of it until.
Yeah,
I haven't either.
I knew of Marathon's existence. There's a lot of ties to Marathon and Halo. Being, same
Did you see
company,
the
even
stills
lore-wise.
of people comparing Metroid Prime 4 to Killzone on PS3.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I hate
It
people.
was like, well, it looks like, oh, so the Switch is on PS3 level. It's like, Killzone was a tech demo that pushed the console's graphic powers to the max, and the game ran like garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And when you zoom in on those images for Killzone, like, it doesn't look clean. It looks awful.
Absolute garbage. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love Killzone. Like Killzone's sick. I wish Sony would revisit that franchise.
No, you're gonna get Last of Us Part 1 remastered Part 2.
Or we'll get.
We're remastering an old fan favorite. Is it Bloodborne? No! Last of Us, again! Days Gone!
I've
Knack.
seen that video.
Knack remastered.
They would.
They would remaster Knack.
They would do that, and the Bloodborne fans would just cry more.
Dude, no, I think the Bloodborne fans are happy now because we have Dusk Blood.
Yeah, they gotta move to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Hey.
Because it is Nintendo exclusive.
Yep.
But that
exclusive.
that Deus Ex Machina, which was originally an exclusive to Nintendo,
yeah.
is going to PS5. The sequel, not the first one, the sequel.
Yep. Which is like dumb.
Well, that's what, like, back on PS3 and 360, like, Mass Effect 1 was an Xbox 360 exclusive.
Yeah.
PS3 didn't get it until the trilogy released.
Oh.
Crazy. Stupid. I guess we can now enter in the interview questions.
Oh my.
All right, Mr. Nathaniel. Oh, you getting all weird. There we go. All right. So, what's like your earliest memory of playing a game?
Earliest memory of playing a game that I could actually remember watching my cousin play The Legend of Zelda on the NES, and then like me just kind of walking around in that game, not knowing what I'm doing, where I'm going, or anything.
Nice. What's the?
And then there was like this game called like Rainbow Island that I played with my grandma. That was on the NES.
And you're like, heck yeah, Rainbow Island. Did it have weird cover art like that Panic Pizza game, whatever the heck it's called? Remember I said that thing?
No.
NES games have some.
Pretty sure it was called Rainbow Island. I'll send you the so you can see it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's not so whack. It's kind of
Nope, not at all.
It's kind of normal looking cover art.
But the game doesn't look like that at all.
Oh, of course, it's an NES game. Why would it look like that?
Right.
What was the first system that was like officially like yours? Like it was like intended for you?
It was the Donkey Kong Country pack-in Super Nintendo.
Was it the green one?
No, it was a Super Nintendo.
Oh, my brain went to Donkey Kong 64.
But that is what in 64 I got.
I knew that. So
The Banana Slammer.
Dude, that's a sick looking system, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I love the jungle green. I wish I would have got the other colors just for collector's purposes, but I'm not going to buy them.
They're so expensive. I mean, they're cool. Like, I really wish Nintendo would do like a callback to that kind of stuff, you know? Like, every company does some sort of like translucent stuff every once in a while. Nintendo, the only thing that's translucent is the Pro Controller. And it's barely translucent.
Well, and then, like, I've opened up the Joy-Cons, and like, there's not much going on in them.
Yeah.
And even with the Switch, like the whole front is a screen. You're not gonna see the back.
They did it for Game Boys though. They did like the.
Yeah, but like you've seen the little screen and then you've seen the Game Boy. Like you didn't like when you're holding a Switch, you got the Joy-Cons and a screen.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they could do translucent Joy-Cons with a translucent back for the Switch. You know, like
If they do, I want it to be atomic purple.
I want it to be multiple colors. I want them to do a color wave.
Well, yeah, but I want the atomic
Fantastic
purple.
colors. Bring it back. I mean, I know the answer to this, but not everybody does.
Me.
What's your what's up?
I said
Yeah.
me.
What's your favorite genre of game, and like why is it your
Favorite genre of games is like role playing, Souls-like specifically, is like my new what's kind of taken the throne for a while now.
And what was at the throne before?
I mean, it was still RPG. It was just more like the JRPG style, and then like Zelda RPG,
Yeah.
adventure game. So, but no Souls-like nor JRPG is my favorite game of all time.
Which was going to be my next question. What is your favorite game of all time?
Mega Man X.
That's fair. That's fair.
I own
Because
it
you own that.
way too much. There's way too many copies that I own of that game.
Do you,
Hey, it's
if
like
you had
me in
to guess,
Skyrim.
how many copies do you think you have?
I got Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2, the GameCube, the Switch, PS4, PC, and there's probably some that I'm missing.
Dang, brother.
It's just the one game that I'll just keep buying. It's like, oh, I want to play it on this platform now.
To be fair, Capcom
Yoink.
is really good at putting their games on multiple systems.
And I can beat that game in like an hour or less.
Because you've played like
100%.
games.
Just like get everything in the game and beat it in an
You
hour.
should do
or
it like
less.
once a year.
Yeah, roughly. I'll fire it up and just run through it. Like I bought it when it went on sale. Like I bought all the Mega Man games on Steam,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I instantly played Mega Man X.
And then beat it. Same setting.
Yep.
Darn tootin'. What's
But I would have to say, top 3 game developers, Capcom's up there. Like it would be Capcom, FromSoft, and Nintendo.
if I were to ask you that 7 years ago, would you say the same thing?
7 years ago,
Yeah.
probably.
That's a very specific number.
Well, that was before Monster Hunter World came out.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, I would have
Just
because
literally save them.
I played like on the 3DS and like the Wii U and stuff. So
Oh yeah, you've been
I
playing.
have the
Monster Hunter
original
forever.
Monster Hunter on PS2
Yeah, you've been playing it for like.
when it was like actually really really hard,
I've heard the stories.
and there was loading screens in between every little area.
Ugh. What's one of the worst games you've ever played?
Worst
You can
games
think-
I've ever played.
Yes.
Ugh.
Like you played it for like 5 minutes and you're like, no.
Why can't I think of something that like I hate? I know one. I can't really think like off the top of my head like what's the worst game I've ever played that I definitely like dropped it. But there's a game called like Rise of the Argonauts, which I ended up buying again on Steam just because it was getting delisted, and I was like, well, might as well. But like, I played on the hardest difficulty and beat it in 6 hours, and I'm like, I don't like this game. Like I played through the whole game, and I'm like, it wasn't great.
That's rough. 6 hours. That's like, I mean, for a normal playthrough, that's not bad. But for like the hardest difficulty, that's kind of like ooh.
When I paid $60 on my 360 back when I was, still in school, it was awful.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd be not pleased. That would be.
What is the worst game for me? Like, why can't I think of it? Trying to scroll through like games I have just to see if like it still lives within my collection.
I can tell you the worst game I physically own is
But it is?
Sneak King.
Huh?
Sneak King. The Burger
Huh?
King.
Oh, Burger King, Sneak King.
Yeah, Sneak King. Do you not? Oh, you might be too young to remember that.
Yeah, man.
So, gosh, how long? Hold on, let me see how long ago this was. I have it physically in front of me. Sneak King. It's a Burger King game. When did this come out? 2006.
There was a regular version too, OG Xbox.
Yeah, literally. There's 3 games. Hold on, dude. You looked. I have all 3 of them, brother.
Yeah, you got them at one of our game hunts. They were like about $1 a piece or something.
Pocket Bike Racers. It's a racing game. It's Burger King, and Big Bumpin'.
What?
My favorite. Big.
Yeah.
What are any of these games? Why are
Big
there Burger
Bumpin'.
King video games?
Big Bumpin', dude. A bumper car
It
game.
was a promotion they did with Xbox.
Yeah, it was a promotion in 2006. Yep. You could buy the 360 version or the original Xbox version for these games. And yeah, I bought all 3 of them because they're really cheap, and I was like, dude, I remember these games. And Sneak King has a really awkward mode where you can go to first person, and you just hear the king going, breathing really uncomfortably into your ear. And that's why I think it's the worst game I've played, because once you get into first person mode, it's really hard to get out of it. Sneak King. Dude, you look so
I feel like the game was definitely on PlayStation. It was a PlayStation platform.
Was it an exclusive?
I don't know if it was an exclusive.
I'm just trying to think of the point of that game. Like, what kind of game is it?
It's like
You
a
sneak
control
around.
game. Yeah, you sneak around. It's great, dude.
That's pretty much it. You sneak
Yeah.
and
For a burger restaurant.
Dude, check out this chicken though. How correct how the chicken is. Chicken jockey. Everybody start throwing. Fun fact, they're re-releasing that movie on the 2nd. It's called Block Party Edition, and they incentivize you losing your mind.
Like
Yeah.
it's a screening specifically for that.
Yes.
So you don't ruin like the experience for people who just want to go watch it with their kids.
Yeah. I still want to see Minecraft. Like, I still want to see it.
Yeah.
I might just wait.
I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, for what it was. For like turning Minecraft into a movie, like I think they did as good as they could.
I just, I've heard it's decent, but I've also heard it's really rough.
I mean, as a movie, it's probably not like a masterpiece, but
Not the worst thing I've seen. That would be the worst movie, I can tell you that one. Wrist Cutters, A Love Story.
Huh?
Yeah.
wait. What is it again?
Wrist Cutters, A Love Story.
Oh, I thought you were saying Risk.
Risk.
No.
The poor
Risk.
kid.
Yeah, not the other thing.
Oh gosh, that sounds.
It's not good.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this question. But what's your favorite system that you own or that you've owned before?
Owned?
Yeah, like at some point in your
I'd
life.
say. Honestly, I'd have to say it's the Switch now.
Yeah.
Like before, if you would have asked me, like it was GameCube. Like I had my most fun with the GameCube,
Mhm.
but now like I've had my most enjoyment like with getting like really back into gaming more was through Nintendo, like the Switch. Like that's what got me really. Because there was a spout where like I would buy games, I just would never play them.
Yeah.
Like I had
That's
them,
kind of.
just didn't play them.
I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I know once the Switch, like, there's games I want to play on my Switch, but like, I just want to wait for the Switch too. Like, I
Mhm.
really want to get back into Tears of the Kingdom. I really want to start Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, all these games. Like, I know I can play on my Switch, but like, it's like the Switch 2's coming, and I just want that. That's all I want. Like, that's all I've been thinking about. Like, playing games right now. I'm just like, it's just not the Switch 2, so I don't really care.
I want to play it on the new thing
Yeah, the new thing I don't have yet.
because I can.
Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. It's like I just want the Switch 2 and just call it a day. I can't wait for the marathon stuff we're gonna be doing. This is gonna be a good time. Were you included in that
What do you mean?
conversation? Oh,
What, the
did not.
subathon?
Hey.
Ew.
26 months with the best cast on Twitch.
Thanks, man.
26
Thanks
months.
for the sub. 26-month Renos.
So here's a game that I know. Like I played it for a few hours and then I got rid of it. It was called Portal Knights. It was on the PS4.
I know that game. I know that game. Dude, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I bought this game. Oh. It was for the Switch. No, they did a Switch port, but I bought it on PS5. Oh gosh, what is it? Something blue. Blue something.
Blue Fire.
Yeah, I hated that game. I hated that game so much. It was back when I worked at GameStop and I said this game is garbage. So
The
I
other
returned it instantly.
Horizon. The first
Zero Dawn?
Horizon game.
Really?
Huh.
I could not get into the story at all. Like I got halfway through the story and I was just not having fun. I'm like, I should enjoy this by now. And everyone was like, well, it really picks up in the second half. I was like, it should have picked up in the first couple hours.
Death Stranding?
Walking Simulator?
I do want to play that game.
I haven't played it yet. I have it on my PS5, but I've not played it.
I wonder if they'll do a Switch port. A Switch 2 port.
Maybe.
You'll play it then.
You know, I can't think of any games that I just played for 5 minutes and didn't like because I probably just didn't remember them. But there are a few games I just don't like.
What are some of those?
I just had it. Oh, DayZ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just- I tried playing it with one of my friends. Could not find him for the life of me. So didn't like that. Splitgate's another one.
Dude, see,
I've
I
just
love
never liked
Splitgate.
Splitgate. I've never liked Splitgate.
Chat said the
On-
first Portal. I can
First
understand
Portal's
that.
not that bad. Portal 2 is better. But
Oh yeah, Portal 2. Dude, if you had a choice to play between the games, you obviously play Portal 2.
unless you're speedrunning, then you play Portal 1.
Yeah, but if you're just a Joe Schmo, you're playing Portal 2.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, Portal 1 doesn't have Cave Johnson. Or Wheatley. That's all I'm saying.
And you also just can't play with your friend and do stupid
Mhm.
stuff. So that's probably the best part about Portal 2. And I haven't really played Portal 2. I own it. I've played like 2 hours of it. Let's see. What's your favorite, like, which one of your favorite, what used to be one of your favorite franchises that now is like not? Like what's like game series you're like I would buy every single copy of this, but now it's turned to garbage.
Halo.
That's fair.
I like from the OG Switch, and I bought every Halo. And like I bought Halo 4, and I was like, it's okay. And then I bought Halo 5, and I'm like, you don't really play as Master Chief.
Yeah, it's like lock most of the time.
And I'm like this shouldn't have been a mainline Halo game,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but they put it as one. And then like Halo Infinite, like the map's just too big for what Halo is. It's not an open world game.
No, it's a very
Like it
linear.
needs to be mission based. Like it is not open world, and I think that really like I got through like the first boss encounter,
Mhm.
and I put it down, and I've never picked it back up.
I felt like it was a chore to play that game.
I was like, I gotta go all the way over here. He's like, oh, you got the grappling hook. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, it was too much of a chore to play that game. Like, I beat it out of principle, but I was not happy about it.
I'm gonna force myself to beat it just because I feel like I need to.
Once the campaign.
Plus, I
goes
made a
on sale on
list of
Steam-
like all the games I've started and I've not finished that I just need to. I need to do it.
Yeah, once it goes on sale on Steam, the campaign, I'll get it, and then we can play through it.
Okay.
But I don't
So
want to
let's see how many games are on that list that are still
Dude, I don't
waiting
know
with a
how many
save
games
file.
that I have started and haven't beat. I don't want to know. I'm too scared.
I technically never beat Baldur's Gate.
Nor have I. It's fun.
I got all the way to Act 3, and then I got choice paralysis because there was all the stuff I had to do. And I didn't want to miss out on any of it or mess it up, and I just... Then the next patch came out, none of my mods worked, I had to nuke my saves. So I decided to wait till patch 8.
28 games on that list.
That you know you've started and haven't completed?
Out of all the platforms that I have,
Okay.
now this doesn't include Steam. Like this is just like console based. Because like I've hopped in and out of games on Steam, just to try them out. Like I bought Battle for the Grid again, the Power Rangers fighting game. I bought it on Steam because it was on sale and all the DLC was super cheap. One, I'm mad because I can't buy Ryu and Chun-Li from '93 high school skins.
Why not?
Because Capcom took the rights away for their actual character models. So like you could buy the Ranger forms, but you can't buy their Street Fighter forms. But like I got on and I was trying to play a ranked match, and like to play a ranked match they at least make you qualify by fighting CPUs. And the CPU destroyed me, and I turned it off and uninstalled it.
Oof.
I was like, I forgot how hard this game was because I beat the story on Switch, and I don't remember it being that hard.
That's rough, dude. That's rough.
I was like, I felt like I went up against a pro player, and it was just the computer. So I actually worry, like, if I made it through the computer, what a pro player would do to me. Because, like, the computer held me against the wall and comboed me from start to finish.
Dude, that's why I don't play fighting games competitive anymore. One, because these hands. And, two...
I've played Smash with you. I know what you do.
Hey, ask Ewan. I've gotten a little bit better.
Do you still jump off the stage if you've got a character that can't jump?
Shut up. Sometimes.
Because we were playing teams, and he'd pick Ryu, and Ryu ain't got the best recovery.
Dude, Ryu has no recovery.
He's got more recovery than Steve.
Dude, bro has no hops. He goes, Shoryuken, and then
Or Mac. Little Mac has no recovery.
Oh yeah, Little Mac has nothing. That's who I play as Little Mac. Little Mac cannot jump to save his life.
Nope. Like, you better hope he stays on the ground or it's over.
Pretty much. That's something I think we should do as a stream. We should play. We should all play like Smash together sometime.
We did that once,
We should do
and
I'd be down.
yeah,
But if we're gonna do it on stream and I'm still on camera, then I'd have to get it on the other Switch,
yeah.
one of my main ones,
Yeah.
which is fine because I have one. Like I literally have the Switch on in front of me
Yeah.
because I updated this one. What games does she have that are game key or game cards?
Well, I think-
Jurassic World Evolution and Stardew Valley and Just Dance.
What a selection.
Those are the
What a
only digital
wide-
games that she has tied to her account.
what a
I
wide
think
and varied.
we're gonna end the episode there for this week, and I think we'll see you guys next week, and hopefully Ewan shows up. If not, Ewan's just gonna, I don't know, we're just gonna fire him. Time to fire Ewan.
Nah.
Shame.
Geek co-host. Now with the about to just get canned. See you later. Anyway, hopefully next week more stuff will happen, and hopefully no more sad Switch news about Nintendo not having many systems or cool games that are supposed to come out that keep on getting canned. But you know,
Yeah.
that's
So
just
there
the
will
game.
always be sad news for
It's
Nintendo.
always sad news.
Like that most of the third-party games in Japan are game key cards. Basically, like 90% of them
That's
in
great.
Japan.
I love that.
But in the U.S., like there's more physical games in the U.S. in the Western area than there is Japan.
That's great. That's
But honestly,
really-
like I feel like Japan might already be more digital than the rest of the world anyway, so maybe
They
that's why.
probably
And
are.
we're just like from the outside looking in, we're like, that's awful.
yeah, like,
Mhm.
this is
But to
rough.
them, it's like, we have super fast internet and we're better than you, so
Dude, you remember that link I sent you? That article I sent you a couple weeks ago?
maybe.
Where
Oh
it's like,
yeah, where they had the fastest speed.
Yeah, they have like I forget what it was. It was some crazy like gig speed. I think it was a terabyte.
Yeah, I
Was it a
remember.
terabyte?
I think it something ridiculous.
Yeah, I think they had a terabyte speed in Japan somewhere.
I sent it to my cousin. Hold on, I can actually pull that
It was
image up.
Stupid, dude. I'm like, how?
402 terabytes per second. Terabits per second.
Terabytes, yes.
Which essentially is like 50 terabytes per second
That's
is what it like translates to. And sure, that was like in a controlled area, but like even a fraction of that being made available to the public,
is wild.
I was like, do you think they care about digital downloads? They literally turn it on, like get it started, use the restroom, come back, and they're already playing.
Well, on that note, we're gonna see you guys
We're
next
we're
week.
done.
We're
On
done.
that note, we're done. Here's Monster Hunter.
Yeah,
Oh,
There you
we'll
go.
see
That's
we'll
my
see you
answer.
guys